Before we get into the details of the Trijicon M150, we'll start off with a high-level overview of this high-tech piece of equipment.
So this is the M150 RCO, Rifle Combat Optic. It's a lightweight, rugged, 4-power optical scope. The scope is approximately 7.8 inches long. Okay. It weighs 16.2 ounces. If we look at the scope, on the end the shooter looks through, that's our ocular lens. We've got a flip-up cap on that lens. Then we've got our adjuster protective caps with lanyards.
For your windage and your elevation knobs.
Correct. On the bottom of the scope, we've got our M1913 rail adapter.
Which is your standard rail system on the weapons these days.
Right, the Picatinny rail system. So this allows us to mount this scope on that rail system. Okay. We've got our thumb screws on that adapter. On the top, we've got our fiber optic light collector. The objective lens on this scope is 32 millimeters in diameter. It has a 7-degree field of view. What that means is when the shooter looks through the scope, he'll be able to see a field of view of approximately 12 meters at 100 meters distance.
Okay, so from the left side of the scope to the right side of the scope is roughly 12 meters.
At 100 meters.
At 100 meters, okay. And what kind of weapon systems can this scope be paired with?
The RCO is designed to fit on the M4, the M16A2, the M16A4, and the M249 squad automatic weapon.
So that's a variety of different weapon systems.
Yeah.
Now, what kind of range can a soldier effectively see out to and engage targets with utilizing the scope?
This scope gives a soldier the ability for quick target acquisition at close combat ranges, and it allows the soldier to see and engage targets out to 800 meters.
So you're the best of both worlds, everything from CQB to long-range effective engagement.
Right.
This scope relies heavily on technology. What kind of technology is incorporated into it?
Yeah, well, this scope is a dual technology scope. It uses both tritium and fiber optics to illuminate the reticle.
Okay, now why is that advantageous?
It's advantageous because in total darkness, the tritium illuminates the reticle.
Okay.
And then the fiber optic system self-adjusts based on ambient light conditions. So the brighter it is outside, the more it's going to illuminate the reticle, and the lower the light is, then it's going to dim the reticle a little bit. The reason that's advantageous is because it allows soldiers to shoot this scope with both eyes open, so they can maintain some situational awareness.
Which is what you absolutely need when you do CQB work.
Absolutely.
As a SEAL, we operate in all kinds of different environments, one being water. And I can't tell you how many different optics I've flooded out. Is this optic waterproof?
This optic is waterproof to 66 feet with the adjuster protective caps on.
Now, that's the best I've heard on an optic, so that's great.
It is a durable scope.
Understanding the scope also means understanding the individual pieces of the scope.
So we've broken down the scope to all of its different components, from its body to its add-on attachments. Let's go over each piece.
The scope comes with lens covers or flip-up covers for both the objective and the ocular lens. The small ones for the ocular lens. And then the laser filter unit anti-reflection device breaks down into a couple pieces. We've got the adapter with the retention band. On the front of the adapter, the laser filter unit screws onto the front.
Now that piece is designed to protect our soldiers, right?
Correct. It filters laser light coming from either laser rangefinders or laser illuminators to protect the soldier's eyes.
Okay, otherwise they get magnified and can potentially blind our soldiers.
Long-term eye damage, absolutely.
Okay.
On the front of that, the anti-reflection device, this honeycomb device, screws right on the front of the laser filter unit.
Which is important, so in case any light hits the front of our eyepiece, it doesn't give off a huge reflection showing our soldier positions.
Correct. And on the front of the entire assembly, the flip-up covers slide on. And this whole thing fits onto the front of the scope itself and into the objective lens.
Easy enough.